What is up, y'all? Jazz in the building. I'm so glad that all of y'all could make it and join me this Friday in this beautiful Friday afternoon, wherever you are. I hope it is not cold and it is as beautiful as it is here in sunny Florida, South Florida. To anybody that's joining me for the first time, my name is Jazzo, and this is Jazzo Says, and we got a lot to talk about today. I missed you guys yesterday for my regular live stream, but today I decided to get up here so we could talk, just talk about some things. So thank you so much to everybody that's joining me. It's been a crazy week for me. I actually was very sick for about a week, and now I'm getting back to business, y'all. I'm getting Jazzo is getting back to business. If you guys are on my other social platforms, uh, please don't hesitate to follow, subscribe, like the video, share the video, love on the video. Because we gonna get the business. If you want to follow me on my socials are back to Jazzo. You'll find me on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. You also find me as back to Jazzo. Subscribe to the channel, and yeah. So yeah, I was sick for the whole week, and it was kicking my butt. I mean, just because I live in sunny Florida does not mean that it wasn't like hell, being stuck in the house. South Florida is beautiful, but when you're feeling like crap, it takes a toll on you. You know what I mean? Um, so I recovered pretty nicely. I waited a few days and I was like, you know what? I'm going to go live today. I need to see my peeps. I missed y'all. I did. I missed y'all. And I couldn't wait to see all y'all this week. So I had to get up and get live. All right. If you guys don't know, and if you haven't yet, please don't hesitate to hit the link in my description. Cop one of my 90s stoner cartoon 420 friendly coloring books. It has tons of pages to color in. It is relaxing and soothing. It even has a spot for you to save your drink recipes, take notes, uh, crush your 420 uh, fun. We got all sorts of characters. I even got Hello Kitty in there. Get over to the link in my bio, support my channel, and get you one of those 420 coloring books for you or one of your family members. If you haven't yet, grab one of these password log books. I have them in 6x9 and in 8.5x11. It has a lot of space for you to store all your important information so that you never lose it. So don't hesitate to get to the link in my bio and support Jazzo for Jazzo Says. So let's get to what's been going on with me for the week. I do have some news about another book I'm getting ready to release. I'm going to talk to you guys about, how I have a side hustle, how I make money on the side from everything else that I do in my life, working, caring for my family and all that. We're going to talk a little bit about that, and like how I release my books, like what do I do as far as self-publishing, because I take care of everything, the creation, the covers, the inside, the promotion of my books, all of that stuff. I do all of that myself, and it is hard, but you know what? We'll figure it out. Thanks to everybody who's joined me on all my social platforms. I'm so glad you joined me. So I had a really rough week. I was feeling like crap. I mean, I haven't felt like that in so long. And I guess because nice place, I'm like, oh man, like it really hit me hard. Um, but when I was I'm able to get up and out now, so I'm good. I'm out here. Like I should have faced you guys by the pool, so you can see I'm sitting here by the pool. I'm just under the nice shade with the fans because OMG. Thank you to everybody who is joining me. Please tap the screen and share the live. Um, so yeah, um, I know I missed you guys yesterday, and usually I have tips on social media and what you can do to like increase your platforms. But today I'm going to talk a little bit about me and what I do for a living, and then how I publish my books. So as you guys already know, I have a password logbook, and it has some cute sayings like G is for Google, not Walmart. So and it's 8.5 by 11 for some people who have problems seeing. If you have an old elderly family member, that needs to store their passwords and their internet passwords, don't hesitate to cop them one of these. Like H is for Hulu, not Twitter. You know, cute little things like that. I appreciate all the love. Thank you so much for joining the live, Body Bay. Thank you for jumping in. So, yeah, so let's talk a bit about how I released this book. I actually also have a 6 by 9 version of it. I'm gonna get it, but I have a size like this. This is my diver's manual. I also released a diver's manual a couple of months ago. Um, I'm freezing. Let's see if I could unfreeze myself. Let's unfreeze. Let me know, guys, if I'm still freezing. So I also released a diver's manual or a diver's logbook. It's a diver's logbook. Since I live in Miami, Florida, and there's a lot of scuba, I created this logbook for anybody who teaches scuba classes, so you could keep your appointments in here. Uh, then you could log like the depth of which you go. I don't know if you guys on YouTube could see it. Um, my book logs the depth, how long you were out there, how far did you swim, how much oxygen was in the tank when you left, when you came back, what kind of wetsuit you wore. So that's my diver's manual or diver's logbook. It's a diver's logbook. If you want to check it out, if you're getting into scuba diving, you want to keep your own log, get on my Amazon store. The link is in my bio, and cop you a diver's logbook where you can log in all your ocean time. You know what I mean? Like being out in a sunny place, or even no matter where you live at, when you go to the beach during the summer months, um, having something like this is really key. So let's get into how I began creating these, because it was actually by mistake. I was online on YouTube, and I was like, oh man, I need a side hustle. I need to make some other income, especially with how things have been going as of late. With all the you know everything happening. I don't want to say it on the socials and then they take me down. Thank you to everybody who's joining me. Please don't hesitate to tap, scream, share live. No matter if you're on any platform, if you want to follow me on my YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, please don't hesitate to hit the link in my bio or head over to Back to Jazzo on any social platform. So I got into self publishing because I'm like, yo, bro, I need a side hustle. I was watching tons of YouTube videos on how to have, like, I need to make another income besides that grind of working every day. And if you guys are from anywhere in the world, you know how the grind is. But I'm from New York. I was born and raised in New York. And you always got to have a hustle in New York. Like, there's always something going on. You always got to be making that extra cash. So moving here to South Florida, I was like, I need another income. So I was spending a lot of time watching YouTube videos like, oh, what do I do next? What do I do next? And I came across these videos where you can self publish on Amazon KDP. Hey, Amina, thank you so much for joining me. If you guys have any questions, if you want to jump in the box and talk to me about what you do for a side hustle or a full time hustle, don't hesitate to request to be in the box. I'd love to have you guys talk about what you have going on next. Um, so this is how I got into self-publishing. I was watching these YouTube videos about side hustles, and I saw a lot of people were publishing on Amazon KDP and all this stuff. And you guys who've been following me for a long time, I've been doing the scammer stuff. Like, I call scammers back on my cell phone, and like I give them a hard time, like I waste their time all day. And it was great. Like, it was fun while it lasted. It's still a good thing, but I wanted something else. So I saw these people like making low content books, coloring books, just journals. And I said, hey, listen, I'm a graphic designer. I do videos, I do covers, I already do posts for social media. Why can't I just make my own book and publish it? Like, I don't want to spend all that money, because you got to buy the barcode. And we'll talk a little bit about that another time. But I said, I need this side hustle. So I saw the low content books, and the first book that I released was my diver's logbook, the diver's logbook, when I first got here to Miami. And it was like really simple. I pulled up my book bolt account. I picked which, format I wanted. I arranged my pages. Then I went and created a custom cover. Um, I did do some research before I created the cover, what kind of covers people like, what are certain things that will attract them to my book, um, for future purchasers, just, if my social media promotions, it'll be seen like on Amazon. They'll say, oh, maybe I'll stop and look at this one. I put a few things in it that other booklets don't have. This book belongs to simple page, uh, pages that you can log your appointments if you're an instructor or if you are just a regular person going out and you're learning how to dive or swim or whatever. It gives you a place to put your time out in the ocean and all that stuff. I said, this is a cool little book to release. Just moving to Miami. And I was like, so proud of myself. Like, I called every single family member. Like, I forwarded everybody the link, even though they're not like divers. I'm like, buy my book. Like, buy my book. I just released my own book. So I did all that stuff, and the diver's manual, it did okay. I had gotten a couple of purchases. I was doing pretty good. And then I kept watching the videos, and it's like, you can't stop there just because people are buying your book. You have to keep releasing new content all the time. And I said, well, that's just like my social medias. And you guys know, if you saw my video from last week, if you didn't catch it and you're on my TikTok, get the link in my bio, head over to my YouTube. I talked about how to stay consistent on social media. And in the description are some tools that help me stay consistent. So I said, so I got to publish new books all the time. Like, what am I going to publish next? So, if you guys don't know, my mother has Alzheimer's and I'm her full time caregiver on top of everything I do. So, I was racking my brain, okay, I need another come up. I need another book release. I need this. And I came out with the password logbook. I did it in large print for elderly people. This is 8.5 by 11. But if you check out my Amazon store, I have a 6 by 9 size. I'll show you guys a copy of it. I don't have all the copies of all my books. Once you see all my books, you'll be like, oh, snap. And I came out with some funny sayings, at the top of the books. I organized each letter, 3 or 4, things in each letter, gave it a little cover. Thank you so much, Toya. Thank you for everybody who's joining the live. Gave it a little cover. And I even put a little saying on the inside, and this is my motto. Anybody who, it has a disclaimer in the book. It has a disclaimer in the book, and it says, this password book does not come with any external protection devices. So it does not come with a chain, a lock, or nothing. Don't leave it around. Because a lot of people are like, oh, that's not safe to store your passwords that way. But you got to think about it. If if it's not for you, it's not for you, but it is for somebody who has memory problems, for somebody who partakes in 420 madness and always needs a reminder of where their stuff is at. Just don't leave it around. So I have my disclaimer in there, and it even has tips on how not to get scammed. Ways that people get scammed all the time is, by punching in their password because something pops up, and I was into doing scammer stuff like catching the scammers. So I came out with this password logbook, and I did it in a bunch of different sizes and covers. So if you guys want to check that out, check out Jasmine Jennings on Amazon or Miami Dynamics. But if you want, the link is in my bio. And I said, yo, this is so cool. I thought it was so cool because I came up with these little sayings. It has, this book belongs to me. And then I put a little funny, note to the returner. If you return this book instead of logging into all my accounts, you're an amazing person. Thank you. Besides, anyone that cheats a person that writes passwords in a book deserves fire, brimstone, and lightning bolts to rain down from the heavens on them. So I kind of like threw some funny things inside the book, and then I put some funny sayings up top, left a lot of space to write, and then all your internet stuff is in the back. And I organized this myself in PDF format, all your internet stuff, places to take notes. And that's how, and this is my company name, Miami Dynamics. So if you're looking for me, my company name is Miami Dynamics. That's what I do my book releases under. Um, so yeah, I was like, I need a side hustle, and I started producing low content books. And that's essentially how I got started releasing these books. And I was like, man, but I gotta keep going. So I released another set of password books, and then a couple of months went by, and I was like, I need something else, because you always have to keep the hustle going. Like anybody that's out there, you're working your regular job, you're taking care of your family, you're doing anything else you're doing on the side, DoorDash, anything like that. And if you guys need some side income, please don't hesitate to sign up with my DoorDash link. The link is in the bio of my link tree. Sign yourself up if you need a side hustle. I'm all about teaching you guys, and letting you guys know what I did or what I'm doing. So, that's how I got into self publishing. And it seems like a lot. Like, you do have to do the work yourself, you do have to design the covers yourself. But I use apps like Canva, Envato, Pexels, royalty free websites that really help me put the imagery down so that I don't get caught up with like copyright infringement and stuff like that, which is really important when you're releasing your own books, when you're releasing your own content. Um, because I release through Amazon KDP, they give me an ISBN number, and usually this ISBN number it costs, especially when you're releasing a book, like like a informational book, any kind of book. Whether it's a how-to book, or you're telling your autobiography or your biography, whatever it is, you're telling a story, whatever it is, you need to have an ISBN number. Luckily, Amazon KDP, they give you one. They're like, here, you're going to publish a book. We got you. We'll print it. We'll ship it, all that stuff. You put your price in, and bam. Actually, a lot of my books are on sale on Amazon. So if you guys want to buy your mom or your dad or your grandma a password logbook, get over there, because a lot of my password logbooks are actually on sale right now. It's not the regular price of $7.99 for the 8.5 by 11 and $5.99 for the 6 by 9. It's actually a lower price, so you're getting a discount right now on some of my books. And I will be coming out with an ebook on how, exactly the steps I used to publish, where I've like created my templates, because you can also do copyright infringement with the templates. This has to be royalty free also, the innards. Otherwise you're gonna get sued. So, that's essentially how I got started releasing my books, um, creating low content books. And I am going to start releasing content books, ebooks, on how I catch the scammers, um, how I released my books, how I started all my social medias, how I have like my camera equipment, lists on my camera equipment, what I use. If you guys have been following me for a number of years, I've upgraded my equipment a couple of times. I used to do a live broadcast podcast every Thursday. Before my live broadcast on Thursday, now my podcast, I was doing talent talk with Kat's Castings. Check out Catherine NYC with Catherine Vermeil Books. She has children books, coloring books, all that stuff. Follow her on Instagram and Facebook. She's another author who self publishes. She's my sister. I helped her learn how to self publish, and she's doing really well. She's actually writing her own children's books now and publishing them, self publishing them. And we're also going to come out with a how to on how to self publish some of those things also. Thank you so much for everybody who's joined me in the live. Thank you for tapping the screen and sharing the live. I appreciate you. If you want to follow me on my socials, it's back to Jazzo. So that's kind of how, I've been side hustling, publishing my own books, getting my stuff out there. Um, it's been quite a crazy ride, but hey, I enjoy it a lot. And to anybody who is thinking about like self-publishing or anything like that, you know, I would tell you go for it. You know, it is nothing is easy. Nothing is easy. There's nothing easy about self-publishing. There's nothing easy about going out there and grinding. But I can tell you it is very fulfilling for me because I get to do something that I enjoy and I get to share it with people as I go along and learn new things. When I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do and what direction I was going to go in, you know, these self publications, they help me out a lot because I learned so much along the way about marketing myself and marketing my books, marketing my product. Because for a living, like I said, I'm a graphic designer. I do that kind of stuff for a living for other people, but I wasn't doing it for myself. And now that I'm starting to do it for myself, yes, it does get a little bit difficult sometimes to manage um, my time. But like I said, it's all well worth it. I definitely enjoy it, and I'm going to keep releasing books. And if you guys want to know how to release your own books, follow me. Follow, like, comment, hashtag Jazzo says, teach me how to self publish in the comments of my videos. Please don't hesitate to share the live. Thank you for everybody who has left me hearts and shared the live. So let's move on to my stoner coloring book, my 420 friendly, with I have like your favorite 90s cartoon characters in these books. Um, you know, being an 80s baby, growing up in the 90s, I thought that this was going to be epic, especially since I partake in the 420 festivities. Uh, so it was really nice to create something like this. So it has it has a nice front page, nice and thick. And then I have just a plain black and white version of the book. And then I have This Belongs To with my company logo and website down there. If you want to check me out, you need help starting your own podcast, you want to begin to do social media influencer stuff or marketing your products, um, follow me on my socials, send me an email at jazzo0804@gmail.com. And let's talk about getting you podcasting. Let's do a consultation. Let's get you started. So, I started gathering images of Aladdin and Homer and a bunch of other people with, 420 festivities, the scale. Guys, with the scale. So every page, coloring page, is blank in the back so that you could rip the pages out and hang them up somewhere if you want. I do have a hardcover and softcover version of it. Most people like the hardcover version. My hardcover version is the one that really sells. Um, so, I started gathering those pictures because I'm just used to, putting together my own low content books. And then I put a section. If you're into 420 festivities, most of the time you will have you a glass of the sippity sip sip. So I have a spot for drink recipes. I don't know if you guys can see that on my socials. I have a space for drink recipes where you could, create your own cocktail and jot it down in your 420 coloring book. And then it's got space for notes or to crush your 420 festivities. It's got just an example of what kind of images are down there. And look, you get your own barcode. And this is all self published. I created this cover, the spine. All of this is created by Jazzo. So it's, you know, I'm not just selling you a product. This is my hard earned work. This is my hard work that I'm working to do this for me and my community. Since I like to partake in 420 festivities, I want you to have activities also. I am getting ready to release a 420 password book for those who partake in 420 madness. It'll be a 420 cover with some cool stuff on the inside that usually only people who suffer from 420 memory loss will understand. So I will be publishing a 420 coloring book very soon. Password logbook, and then I'm going to Also publish a 420 friendly activity book for adults. All the stuff I release are for adults. They're not for children. I don't have children's books. None of my stuff says child on it. So, guys, if you're going to buy it for your teenage 420 friendly, just know this is adult content. It doesn't have anything naked in it, but I just got to make sure I put the disclaimer on there regarding that, because when you self-publish a book on Amazon KDP, they ask you if you have adult content in the books. And adult content is not always nudity. It's just things that adults talk about or things that adults do. Children are not supposed to do. So I always release the fact that my 420 coloring books, my password log books could be for anybody. Um, Especially for people who have dexterity issues. My 8.5 by 11 password logbook has lots of space for people with dexterity issues or having a hard time writing, not just memory loss. You know, people with MS and all that. So as time goes on, they need a space to write in. You know, that's a little bit larger. Stepa, thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much for everybody who's joined the live. So that's essentially why I started self-publishing books, because I was like, my mama has Alzheimer's. There's a lot of people out there with Alzheimer's. Hey Key, thank you so much for joining me. Hey, what's up, Key? What's going on? Risky, thank you for joining me. Um, so that's how I got into self-publishing. I needed a side hustle, and I was like, but I don't want to put any money down. I need to do this side hustle without spending more money again. And I found a way to do it at very low cost. I'm not going to tell you that it didn't cost me money, because time is money. I do need particular apps to help me create the covers. Like I told you before, like with my first release, my diver's manual, my diver's logbook, I had to make sure that the inside is royalty free. Otherwise, whoever created that inside is going to come and try to get money from the sale of my book. So it's really important for you guys to know that if you're going to go out there and publish your own books, that self-publication is great. Just make sure you have royalty-free stuff that you're using royalty-free imagery or creating your own style. When it comes to getting your ISBN number, that you're either getting one from Amazon KDP, and if you do purchase one on the side, which I will leave a link in the description to some places where you can purchase your own ISBN. I don't endorse that, because I'm trying to get you to do it at low to no cost. It's free when you use Amazon KDP. And like I said, I put my company logo on every book that I publish. And I do this as a side hustle. Like on top of doing my graphic design stuff, video editing, on top of being a full-time caregiver to my mom who has Alzheimer's, for the reason why I started releasing these books. Thank you so much for all the love, y'all. I appreciate y'all for sending me all that love. Um, on top of the fact, that I do all of that in my life, I try to release, low content books at least once a month or once every 2 months, which I suggest you release a little bit more than once a month, and you promote your product all the time. Every time I go live, anytime I publish something, I'm always like, link in bio, link in bio, link in bio. Support me, support my channel. And if you didn't know, another call to action is coming. If you have not yet gone to support Jazzo Says, please don't hesitate to get to the link in my bio. Purchase one of these dope 420 friendly coloring books that you will enjoy, or a password logbook for your grandmama, your mama, your friend, somebody who has issues remembering stuff sometimes. Get over there and get yourself one. And if you're heading down to a beachy area and you want to log your ocean time, here is my diver's manual, my diver's logbook. It says how far you go out to sea, if you went on a yacht, if you went to the beach, if you want to log, the day that you went. Get over there, support me if you like. Hey, what's up, Humble? Thank you so much to everybody who's supporting me on this live, tapping the screen and showing some love. I appreciate all the gifts. So yeah, that's how I got started side hustling and just making my own books, and I'm getting ready, like I said, to release a 420 password book, 420 friendly. So instead of it saying like W is for Walmart, like not Twitter, it's gonna say, S is for sativa, not indica. So I'm gonna have some cool little sayings on top of, at the top of the page for the 420 password logbook. And then we're going to release a 420 activity book for adults. We're going to have some fun 420 activities that you may enjoy while you're sitting at home alone, taking a little toke, uh, and write down your passwords all at once. So we're going to release that. I do throughout the summer. I'm getting to release an ebook with, I told you guys inside my password logbook, it comes with a disclaimer and tips and tricks how not to get scammed. I spent a lot of years catching scammers and doing live videos. If you guys want to get on my Facebook or YouTube, go over there to my YouTube, check it out. I did a lot of scammer videos, catching scammers, calling scammers back who called my mama. But I put a disclaimer in here, tips and tricks on how not to get scammed, where not to use your password, where not to use your information, when it's okay to use your information. So I'm going to come out with an ebook on, uh, the guidelines on, how you're going to get scammed and things to look out for so you don't get scammed, whether it's online, whether you're giving information to somebody over the phone or whatever. My ebook will be released this summer, scammer ebook, and then we're going to release an ebook. Thank you so much. Then we're also going to I'm going to release an ebook on how I self-published my books. From beginning to end, step by step, how I got the royalty-free content, like all this stuff on the inside, it's royalty free because I created it. The cover, I created it. All the cute little sayings and the disclaimers, that stuff that I made up. Nobody can claim my content. It is intellectual property that I claim, and that's what I told Amazon KDP, and they have my back on that. So I'm going to do an ebook on how I self-published, from beginning to end. If you guys want to self-publish yourself, I am going to be talking about what I do step by step when creating a book. So on my next few live streams that you're going to see, you definitely will see me showing you what I use to publish these books, how I get my ISBN numbers, my company logo, what I do to promote my books. What are some good ideas for you guys to use to publish maybe whatever content you do? Like, what if you want to come out with an ebook on, how to put on lashes, or makeup tutorials, or how to assemble a PC, any of those things are really, really great. You can create an ebook, create your generational wealth. A lot of us are struggling at this point to figure out what we're going to do next. And, especially in our community, we want to create generational wealth for our children, for our family, for our friends, something that we have. It's beyond a legacy at that point that you want to create, for the rest of your life and your family's life. Um, so everything that I do, it's under my company name, my LLC name, and I do ghostwrite under other names. So I do ghostwrite. We'll talk a little bit about ghostwriting and how that works another day. But I do help other people publish ebooks, which is probably the reason why I haven't released my own ebook yet. Because, like I said, if you guys saw my video about 2 or 3 weeks ago, my live stream, and I go live every Thursday at 12:30 p.m. to talk about, how to navigate your social medias. But in that particular video, we talked about how to stay consistent on social media. So if you guys need some tools to help stay consistent on your socials, head over to the link in my description of my YouTube, Facebook, Twitch video stream right now, back to Jazzo, and you'll have links for the Best Self book. I'm an affiliate for that. Canva, Buffer, social platforms that I use to create my posts, to edit my videos. Um, I will start giving you guys videos on what kind of camera equipment I use, what kind of lights, what's easy for me to travel with outside, how I do podcasting. Because if you guys can't see on TikTok, I know YouTube and every, I do have a mic for my YouTube and Facebook and stuff. So I will be using a lapel mic soon for TikTok. I wish that I could use my streaming platform so that everything is quite uniform. But as time goes on, we'll do that. I'm not yet at the 10,000 mark on my supporters list. So if you guys could kindly share, like, and share if you want strategies uh, on your socials. Check out my TikTok videos. I give strategies, factor cap. I also give scammer tips. If you guys go to some of my original videos, scammer tips, how to catch a scammer, how to pinpoint one, what they say to you, what they do. So these are all my niches. Like I'm like giving you guys like the inside scoop on my particular niches, what I do for my side hustles, what gets me by. I'm not going to say that I'm making a ton of money because I'm not. I bring in a couple of dollars a month, and some people will laugh on what a couple of dollars is, but a couple of dollars is different for everybody. uh, if there's anybody who has questions in the comments, please don't hesitate to ask any questions. If you want to jump up in the box and talk about what you do, and you're kind of like your goals moving forward, um, for your business or something that you want to start doing, please don't hesitate to request to be in this box. Um, I definitely would not mind you guys being up here with me. I'm not sure how this works. Um, I'm not okay. What's my favorite thing to do on a rainy day? All right. Good question. Um, so my favorite thing to do on a rainy day is real fat girl stuff. Uh, I like to watch movies, eat really fatty foods, ice cream, M and M's, popcorn, like stuff that like you generally shouldn't eat on a regular day. I enjoy doing that. I want to be in the house, cuddled up with the AC blasting, like under my blanket, watching not a scary movie because I don't do scary movies. Um, but I do just like to sit around, watch movies, spend time with my family, play board games. That's something I really love to do. Uh, I do love Monopoly. So if you guys join me on a trip one day, just know I love to play Monopoly. So that's one of my like favorite. Those are my favorite things to do on a rainy day. I want to eat fat food all day, like just all day. Good question. I really appreciate that. What's the best gift in 2019 that I ever received? This is a hard but easy question for me. Um, the best gift I ever received, I'll tell you a little backstory. You know, before 19 happened, you guys know what I mean. Before 19 happened, um, I was working in construction. I was doing graphic design. Anybody that knows me knows I was doing my graphic design stuff on the side. I was working in construction. I was a laborer in New York. Um, and I was working 7 days a week, like waking up at 3 in the morning, going to bed at midnight, sometimes not going to bed. Um, and when 19 happened, um, nobody knew what was happening. Nobody. I didn't. Nobody I knew what it was, what was going to happen moving forward. So the best gift that I got was I didn't have to think twice. I walked away from being a laborer. My mom was home. I was her full time caregiver, plus a full time job, plus my graphic design. So I was like full time all the time, 24/7. I was always working. So I walked away from being a laborer, um, and took care of my mom full time and just jumped right into becoming a graphic designer, a video editor, a podcaster. Like I jumped into that full time. And that was the best gift I got for, 2019, 2020, the best gift I received, because I don't think if 19 happened, uh, I would have pushed myself to get out there and start my own business, rely on just my skill, or whatever it is that I was learning, to go out there and make an income for myself versus working for another person. So that definitely was the best gift I ever received. Was to just walk away from a regular job where I was busting my Tookus every single day. Hey, what's going on, Butter Babe? Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate you. Um, I hope work is doing well for you, hun. So yeah, I that was the best gift I ever received. That was a really great question. Um, if you guys have a side hustle, or a, just like I just told you guys, if you guys are now working at your own business or started your own business, you want to talk about that, your goals, please don't hesitate to jump in the box. Let's talk about what you're doing moving forward. If you guys are joining me on YouTube, Facebook, don't hesitate to leave your comments and questions below. I really appreciate everybody who's joined me on this live. If you want to support Jazzo by getting yourself a diver's logbook, if you're going to visit a sunny place, log all your diver time in. If you know somebody who has trouble remembering passwords, get them a password logbook. I have them in 6x9 and 8.5x11. And the favorite of all time, run over to my Amazon store. The link is in my bio to get your 90s stoner cartoon coloring book. It has lots of characters that you'll really enjoy if you want to support Back to Jazzo. And Jazzo says, um, yeah, so let's talk a little bit about my goals for 2022. If you guys saw my video on TikTok a couple of months ago, I talked about, what direction TikTok is going in for 2022, what kinds of investments companies were making, and it's happening to TikTok. We lost the discovery page and all that stuff, but other platforms have been going through this for a really long period of time, and the hustle and the grind is on. So as far as I'm concerned, my goals for 2022 is really for me to continue to push forward. I just told you guys my best gift of 2019 was that I was able to walk away from my 9 to 5 job and start my own business, and I had nothing to rely on but me starting my business. And now I'm self publishing books, I'm still editing videos, I do live streams and podcasts. I help other podcasters start their podcasts and live streams and stuff like that, develop their social media platforms. Now I'm working on doing that for myself. I'm creating some generational wealth for myself, for my children, for my family. Pushing forward. So my goal for 2022 is a certain income bracket that I want to make. I do want to open the doors for other streams of income. So not just self-publishing low content books, but also publishing ebooks. I also want to do how-to videos. I still also want to do my scammer stuff. Hey, Sassy Bay, thank you so much to everybody who's joined the live. So my goals for 2022 are really, really high. I want to open up another LLC, um, probably at the end of 2022, going into 2023. And that is going to be like my go-to publication company that I'm nervous about, but being nervous didn't get me where I am, because I was nervous about having to leave my secure 9 to 5 job, which wasn't 9 to 5. I was a construction worker, so it was more like 4 a.m. to 4 a.m. But I was really nervous about leaving a job that I knew I was going to get my check every week, to now if I don't work, I don't get paid. If I don't release a book, I don't get paid. If I don't, you know, get new clients, I don't get paid now. It's not like before where I was just working for somebody and I got my check every week. No. Now it's really on. I really have to depend on myself, my friends, my family, uh, so that I could, really push forward and keep up with the goals that I set for myself. If you guys have any questions on how to release your own books or, how to start your own business, don't hesitate. On Tuesdays, Next Level Flavors, you guys know that Flavors, she does a small business Tuesdays where she talks about some of those things too. Join her on Tuesdays. She's also a BFE admin. Um, get with Fat Girl Risky. Get over to her page because she is doing a grow party very, very soon so that us small content creators, we can grow and get ourselves out there. I really love Risky because, when I first became a community member with BFE, I didn't know what to expect. And she really helped me get myself out there. She helped me get in contact with other like minded entrepreneurs. So go out and check out Fat Girl Risky's page. She's doing a grow party this week. Invite your friends, invite your family, invite small business owners because we're the ones who are making it right now. It's not the multi-million-dollar followers on your ticker that's making it. It's us who's making all the moves right now. So go check out Fat Girl Risky. She's doing a grow party this weekend and next week. So you're really going to love that. Um, Butterfly Vegan on Sundays. She goes live and talks about what's current on on TikTok, in the media, what's going on next with BFE. And I know you guys want to know what's the latest in BFE news. If you got to go get your raffle tickets. We got a great raffle happening. Um, it's a $25 raffle, um, and you'll be getting two of my books. You'll be getting a BFE T-shirt. You'll be getting treats from Charles Valdor. You will be getting some of Next Level Flavors, amazing seasonings. The Butterfly Vegan, she has her body butters that we're putting inside that basket. So go over and get your raffle ticket at BFE Community. Um, I'm telling you guys, this is one thing you want to support because BFE has been it's had a strong and lasting impression on me. And if you guys know my story, I became a community member about 4 months ago. After that, I became a mod. And after becoming a mod, I became an admin for Big Friend Energy. So, my story is like the sweetest because I went from feeling like, oh, nobody's going to come see me, nobody's going to support me, to having such a big supporter base. That's why I don't call anybody followers. There's no followers up here. No. We're supporters. We're family members. We're Big Friend Energy. And we support each other's businesses and we support each other's ideas and we help each other develop and grow. And that is something I want to continue. And so are the rest of the admins and community members. So, yeah, definitely join some of the other admins throughout the week. The moderators also go live and have a lot to talk about. We got Natural Body Glow, who does Natural Body Glow products. Then you have Toya, who has beauty products. And then you have Sassy J, who's a photographer. So we have a lot. Oh, Dark and Lovely Tea. She's a bartender, but she also, Dark and Lovely Tea, has a lot of business ventures going on. Go and follow her. Um, Make sure when you jump into my lives, you follow each other, but you go and join Fat Girl Risky. Hop on one of the follow trains on Fat Girl Risky's page. Join her and the rest of us at BFE for the grow parties that we do, because we do it as a family, we do it as a community, we help each other grow. That's the point of going live every week. Thank you so much, Alana, for putting in there for the raffle. If you guys want to jump in on this raffle, you can Cash App #BFE Community, or send us a DM. Send any of the admins a DM so we can tell you where to go, what to do. Um, Please don't hesitate to check out our website. The link is in my description, along with my diver's logbook, my stoner's coloring book, and my password logbook. You'll catch all of those things in there. And like I said, I will be releasing an ebook on how to detect the scammer, how to self publish your own books. I want to teach you guys how to do this. Um, I have had success personally teaching people how to do this, and a lot of people I know are doing extremely well with the side hustle of self publishing low content or content books like ebooks or low content books. I think you'll really enjoy it. It's low to no cost, and it'll really help you get your name out there no matter what it is you're doing. And that's what we got to start doing a lot more of in the community, is pushing each other. You guys know at Big Friend Energy, we push each other to do better. We want each other to grow. The self-publish, I have a friend that would love that. Yes, tell them to join me every week. Every Thursday at 12:30, I teach about social media. So in the description right now, you'll have how to be consistent, your best self book. Somebody try to during the live. You'll have your best self book, buffer, things to help you, your social media calendar, and then self publication. We're going to go over every step because, like I said, Amazon gives you an ISBN. They print and ship for you. You just got to know what kind of binding you want. You got to make sure everything on the inside is royalty free. We're going to go over that. What tools I use to construct my book, how I create my covers. Everything is original. Hey, Elizabeth, thank you so much, Steve, for joining me. Thank you so much. And it's really important, because the way things have been heading, and I don't want to take the conversation to a downtrend, but a 9 to 5 is not where it's at. We all have to have our side hustles. We all have to have our businesses and everything in order, because this 2022, and between 2020 and 2022, independent businesses, LLCs, entrepreneurs, it has never boomed the way it has boomed in history, the way it is right now. And we need to really take advantage of supporting each other and our small businesses. I like to buy milk and groceries and vegetables from communities, small businesses in my communities, growers. I want to buy my paper, and I want to buy the tools that I use for my daily life, shirts and stuff. I want to get them from the businesses in my area. I want to get them, not just my area, but my community, the stuff that you guys are working hard on. And if we can help each other to grow even more, that would be perfect, because that's what we need more of. So I appreciate all of you guys for joining me. Like I said, if you want to support me, get to the link in my bio, head over there and purchase one of my books. I will be going over how to publish your own ebook, and you'll get to see me publish my 420 password logbook on live next week. I will do a live of me actually publishing the book. I'm talking about uploading the innards, creating the cover, uploading it to Amazon KDP, and releasing it for review and waiting to see what happens. So I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for joining me on this live. If you want to support Jazzo at Jazzo Says, please hit the link in my bio. Grab up one of those password logbooks for grandma or a friend who partakes in 420 festivities. Get yourself a coloring book or a diver's logbook, and you will be supporting Back to Jazzo channel and Jazzo Says. If you guys want to, I don't know if anybody has put it in the comments of my TikTok. If you want to jump in on the BFE raffle, where you will be receiving products from the Butterfly Vegan, from Next Level Flavors, from BFE Big Friend Energy, from Jazzo and Miami Dynamics, and the one and only Charles Valdor since '82, please get to our raffle. If you guys are on my YouTube and Facebook, you'll see that the Butterfly Vegan posted it up. money symbol BFE community, or hit us up in the DMs. We'll let you know how to join in on the raffle. It's a $25 raffle. You'll be getting a nice little bundle. And we're going to talk some more because Jazzo will be podcasting. So will Risky. So everybody has something coming out. Risky has a new podcast coming out. So does Next Level Flavors. Me, back to Jazzo, I got a podcast coming out. We all have new things that's being released. So get with Next Level Flavors on Tuesdays for Small Business Tuesdays. Get with the Butterfly Vegan on Sundays for everything news media. She's going to talk about what's going on in the community with their kids, what you can do for the summer, what's happening in the news, what we're doing next with BFE. The Butterfly Vegan is going to go over all of that every Sunday. Get with Flavors on Tuesday. Join Magic, Black Magic, every Tuesday morning, and Risky and Flavors for the Wake and Bakes. I do think they go live almost every day, but sometimes ish happens. So join Black Magic, Fat Girl Risky, Next Level Flavors for the Wake and Bake every day. We got a lot of stuff in store for you guys, and I hope you can join us on all of our channels every week. If you have not done so yet, head over to my YouTube, subscribe, like, hit the notifications bell so you'll know when I release new content, and I will see you guys in a few days. I'll be with the Butterfly Vegan on Sunday, where we will be talking about what's going to be happening next in the media and with BFE, and we'll have a lot of fun stuff in store for you. So I'll catch you guys on Sunday, and I'll see ya. Peace.